traveller, and he was going from the village in the mountain, and he was going to the village in the valley. And as he's walking along, he saw a monk tending to the fields on the side of the road. So he sort of walked past, and the monk said, "Hi, how are you?" And he looked at him and he said, "All right." And then he thought, "No, I'm going to ask him." So he went over to the monk and he said, "You know, I'm just moving from the village on the mountain to the village in the valley, and I'd like you to tell." And he said, "Okay." He said, "But first of all," the monk said, "tell me about your experience in the village in the mountain." And he said, "Oh, it was awful. The people were awful. They ignored me. They wouldn't have anything to do with me. I felt really unwelcome there." You know, and the monk said, "Oh, that's no good." And so he said, "So what's the village in the valley like?" And the monk said, "I'm really sorry to tell you, I think you're going to find the same thing." He said, "Oh," and he just walked off. Not too long later, another traveller was walking down the road. The monk said, "Hi, how are you?" And the fellow says, "Great, thanks, how are you?" And he says, "Hold on a minute." He says, "Could I just ask you about the village in the valley?" He said, "Well, tell me where you've come from." He said, "I've just come from the village in the mountain." And the monk said, "Okay, well, tell me about the village in the mountain." He said, "Oh, it's great." He said, "Everyone's so welcoming and friendly. Everyone's so nice, and the elderly shared their wisdom with me, and they made me feel so welcome. And I'm really sad that I actually have to leave there, but I'm committed to travelling." And he said, "But I'll always hold a special place in my heart for the village in the mountain." He said, "But tell me, what's the village like in the valley?" And the monk said, "You know, I think you're going to find that it's much the same." And the traveller goes, "Great, thanks, have a great day." And the monk said, "Bye." Think about that story. It really says a lot about life, doesn't it? The way that we see things is the way that they are. And when you change the way that you look at things, things you look at change. One of the biggest things that happens when people come to see me for coaching or whatever help they need is that they want to be happy, but they know when they'll change their job, and when they change their husband, and when they change something that's going on in their life, when their kids leave home, they're going to be happy. It doesn't work like that. Okay? It's what you're experiencing, what you choose to focus on, what you're looking at now. So it's all about attitude. And your self-image and the way you view yourself